Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord. Now, as you can see right here, we're in a battle, and this battle is one of many that I have been doing off screen. The other ones were not exactly difficult, so I didn't really feel the need to show that because they generally fell very, very quickly before me. Bear in mind that I have also eliminated a clan from Sturgia completely, and they are totally gone now. They are totally gone from the game, and in my opinion that was justice. I think that was pretty much justice right there, because obviously they had a whole bunch of defectors and everything. They made the Southern Empire basically what it is. I feel like the Sturgians and indeed the Khuzait Khanate are basically to blame for the whole Southern Empire mess that is currently going on here. And so I'm trying my best to try and just basically eliminate all of them whenever I can get my hands on them. Yeah, just basically do that. I'm telling my infantry to actually charge in right now, but it says my archers. So if you see my archers charging in, that's not actually, well, it actually doesn't really matter either way, because they're all going to be charging anyway. So that seems absolutely fine. But the thing is there's actually a huge amount of Sturgian recruits in this particular guy's army. And, well, as you can see, I'm no doubt very, very injured. I am very injured indeed. And I'm hopeful that I will be able to stay alive in this battle. This guy has 142, by the way, and we only have about 104 or something along those lines. So generally, he's going to be kind of difficult, kind of difficult to deal with. I'm hopeful that we will be able to achieve a victory here, because he's actually one of the stronger vassals that I have so far seen from the Southern Empire. And if we can eliminate him, then this is going to make everything much, much easier in the long run. And I just got killed by a stone. I just got knocked out by a stone. That is hilarious. Okay, well, whatever the case, I believe this is indeed a victory for us. I'm hopeful that this guy might have a couple of prisoners as well, so we can maybe shore up our ranks a little bit. But basically, I've done a little bit of looking into it, and a civil war kind of situation is probably not possible, because as far as I am aware, it is not implemented into the game just yet. There are certain mechanics that Bannerlord has said that they might have in the future, or they already do have, that causes internal dissent among the various lords and other people. And unfortunately, that does not include civil war type situations. So basically, what it actually does include are things like defections. Defections are obviously a big deal in Bannerlord. We know that. You know that. We've seen how dramatically damaging it is to have a bunch of vassals defect to another one, and it makes that particular faction just that much more powerful. But anyway, the plan of potentially joining the Southern Empire and making them enter some kind of civil war, that is probably not going to happen that easily, if at all, because, as I say, the implementation, I think, just is not there. And if it was, then I would definitely try it, but that's exactly the reason also why I personally feel like the way that we're doing things right now with executing everyone, that is just how it is. I know a couple of people have actually told me that they also had the same issues that I was having with the prisoners escaping just so incredibly fast. And you can't really do anything about it. That's the point. They just escape super fast. They get an army super fast, and then they're basically back to almost full strength. And it's really difficult to deal with those guys. So I guess that might be the equivalent to the campaign AI from the from Warband, because we know that campaign AI, if you haven't played Warband, basically what that does is it determines how much money the enemy lords have and how effective they are at spending it, what their troop quality is like, and so on and so forth. And that's the kind of thing that I think we're facing here, where the AI is able to very, very easily and quickly get additional forces without really having to do much at all. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. Gonna sell a whole bunch of this stuff because apparently someone, as I said before, someone did mention that smithing, they leveled it up to like 400 or something like that. And apparently the smithing is not that good. It does not actually give you a great deal of control over what you want to make and all that stuff. So I'm just going to sell a couple, and I'm going to keep the better weapons, and we will be recruiting some. Okay, never mind. I will not be recruiting any troops by the looks of things. Let's actually go into the tavern. You never know. Ah, Lise is actually here. Yeah, by the way, I did tell Lise to basically leave her caravan in a previous episode, and we are going to be taking her back into my army now. And yeah. Someone actually mentioned as well in the comments that it would be a cool idea if I were to recruit another companion. And yeah, I'd love to do that. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to do that. But unfortunately, that is just not going to happen because I don't have the space. I think my clan is not the next tier yet, as far as I'm aware. I think so, at least. And a lot of people that have played the game as well have actually mentioned to me that they think that the Empire infantry is really, really strong, and they're probably the strongest in the game. And I'm not entirely sure about that because, as I say, I haven't really used the Empire infantry solely by themselves. I just know that Sturgian infantry is, I don't know, I'm not sure what to feel about them at the moment, but as you can see, I'm actually almost to clan tier 4, and if I do get to an additional clan tier, then I would be able to have more units in my army. But as it stands, I don't really know where to go from here. This is the situation. This is the situation. We have 4 towns remaining. We have a probably a very small amount of castles, if any, remaining. And I think the only way that, well, as I say, I have been performing sort of like hit and run assassination attempts, basically, upon the opponent. And I think the only way that we can really... What? Why did you teleport me all the way over here? Yeah, exactly. That's also a thing. Seems like I get teleported randomly all the time. Anyway, did I just donate that guy to... Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? I didn't execute him. That was actually a big mistake on my part. Oh, well. Never mind. I was talking about a rather important subject, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so, yes. Anyway, I think the best thing, as I've said before, that I can do is... Aha, hello. Hello there. Mm-hmm. Alright. Not entirely sure what's going on with this particular army. Look at their strength. Their strength is dwindling like no one's business because they don't have any food. Oh my. Yeah, they are literally done. I'm not going to go over to the army just yet because I think that these guys are going to retreat relatively soon. And I would love to be able to head in there and pick them off. As soon as they exit, I think I'm going to do that. Because there's... How many people here? I think they have a couple. I'm not entirely sure how many lords they have here. I think 4? Yes, they have 4. If we can take all of these prisoner, that's going to be an absolutely... No, thank you. I'm not entirely sure if I like the automatic recruiting system where it just tells... It takes control of your character. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. Because if I want to go over to the army, then I will go over to the army. But as it stands... Obviously, I don't want to do that right now because we are in a rather interesting, intriguing situation. And I would like to be able to attack them straight away. Let me actually just take a quick look at some of their stuff. They have mercenary cavalry. They've got some imperial elites. They do have some Vlandian banner knight. They've got one of those. They might be a bit difficult to deal with. They're actually starting to gain strength. Can I head in here and actually attack them? Yes, I can. Alright, let's do this. They actually have more combat strength than I do, which is bad. Very bad. But their unit composition, or shall we say their unit size, is not really that good, as you can see. They literally have like 12, 25, 18, and so on and so forth. So I think we might very well be able to achieve some kind of victory here if I am able to get some nice tactics going. So I think what we're going to do... is I'm literally going to go to the top of this hill. I'm going to put my archers on top here. Oh dear. Okay, apparently I can't do that. Or I can, but it is going to be a very close formation, which I don't very much appreciate, to be honest. But, well, whatever. That's all I can do. If that's all I can do, then that's all I can do. And we will place these guys over here. Let's get my other cavalry over there as well. And now we're just going to basically stand here. This is usually what I would normally do in warbands. You know, this kind of strategy usually is quite effective. Unfortunately, it seems as though the Aserai have some very, very powerful forces. And they are actually capable of doing quite a bit of damage to our people, which I don't appreciate. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, yes, eliminating them. Very good. Very nice, crossbowman. Very nice. And yeah, that actually worked quite well. So if we can kind of do this, we will be in a good position. I'm going to tell my people to hold fire right here as well. Can you imagine this? Yes, I'm actually using tactics. I'm actually using more than just the charge and hold position orders. Have you gone into the Twilight Zone? That's the question. Have you? I don't know. But what I do know is that the enemy is holding position all the way over there. I don't particularly appreciate that. I wonder whether I should ride up there and see if I can maybe do some damage to bait them into attacking. Because usually in Warband, that is what you might want to end up doing. You know, do some damage to the opponent, get a couple of kills, maybe one kill if you're lucky, and then run away. And yeah, this might not very well work out too well, but we're going to try. And we're going to see how it goes. Bear in mind, they do have some pretty strong units, so I will be a bit careful here. My horse is not exactly the fastest thing ever, but maybe I can do something. Okay, yeah, no. No, this is not what we need, Barney. I need something with a little bit more punch, Barney. Okay, well, whatever the case, as long as these guys are chasing me, that's all I really want. And I think... Oh, no, they're running away now. No, they might be running back. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that I would like them to do. I would like them to come over here. Actually, you know what? Let's be ballsy. Shall we be ballsy? Shall we be a bit brave? A bit courageous? Maybe a bit stupid? Oh, hello. Someone actually coming... Oh, never mind. Apparently does not want to fight. Alright, well, I'm going to move my forces up then. Because these guys, they're not willing to do that. Actually, you know what? We're going to go over in this direction. We're going to go and stay around here. In the trees. Oh, yes, in the trees. This is going to be a very, very nice tactic. If we can make it work, then it's going to be good. But if we don't, then we're going to fail and die and be taken prisoner and then executed. And that is it. That's probably it, yes. Anyway, let's have a look here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to place our infantry down there, archers on top of the little hill here, just a little, and we'll get these people to follow me, horse archers, cavalry, etc. I do have quite a few cavalry, and they are in separate little groups, so I'm hopeful that we might be able to do something here. I'm going to tell my archers to fire at will, and maybe I can... Yes, there we go. Okay, nice. Good amount of little bit of damage right there. Going to tell my units to charge in now so that they can eliminate the units very close by to us. Take out that mercenary cavalry. Spear this guy in the face. Do a little bit of a slash, but miss. And it seems like the enemies are actually running in now. So I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in now too. And we'll tell our archers to charge in too so they can get into effective range. And then we will try and do some damage. And I will try... I will try to eliminate these crossbowmen. They're actually kind of hard to eliminate because they do have shields. And their shields are actually quite effective. But it seems like we're actually doing pretty nicely so far. As you can see, not bad. I'm actually kind of surprised because their combat strength did indicate that they were going to be quite difficult to eliminate. But you can see here, look at their insane infantry. Their infantry is so incredibly heavily armored. It makes things very difficult, especially when you are such a feeble fighter like I am. And there we go. We've actually lost my horse, which means that my effectiveness is now effectively 0. And we'll see. Look at this. I'm doing 2 damage against this infantry? Wow, that's an Imperial Palatine Guard. No wonder the Empire is doing so fantastically with those extremely powerful units in their armies. Literally, did you see how much damage I was doing to that guy? Yeah, you definitely need a piercing weapon or something like that to actually make that work, to be honest. Because I was hitting him with overheads And usually, overhead attacks are going to kind of get that weakened area of the body. Because usually the helm is the weakest part. At least in Warband it was. Maybe not so much in Bannerlord, but whatever the case, there you go. We lost 8 units. And we got 17 renown for that too. Very nice. And we'll see if they have any prisoners to rescue. I very much hope they do. We plundered 48, almost 48,000 gold, and I will be taking all of these people prisoner if I can get my hands on them. And it seems like I can. That is Mina, the daughter of one of the fathers that we executed earlier in the series. And it does not matter. We will be executing absolutely everyone, because they all contribute to the enemy's combat strength, and that is exactly what we don't want. And look at this. Look at how many troops we actually have here. This is just insanity. So this is really good. And what I will be doing is, first off, I will be executing all of the prisoners. There we go. I know, we're going to be losing relations, but this is basically the only shot we have, because the Civil War idea is out of the question. There's just nothing we can do about that. I'm going to be taking absolutely everyone. Everyone. Absolutely everyone. Oh, yes. We'll take all this. All of that. Executioner's Axe. Oh, yes. I will be taking the Executioner's Axe. It's like they know. It's like the developers are just like, here, Barney, take this Executioner's Axe. We know you'd like it. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's just take a whole bunch of grain, and I think we are pretty much done. Yep, pretty much done with that fight. Wow. That was actually pretty awesome. I'd love to have 190 units in my army. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so yeah, I'm moving extremely slowly as well, by the way, now. Is that guy's name? for a second, I thought this guy's name was Oops, but it's actually Oros. No offense. No offense, Oros. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I will be going into the keep, and we will be donating troops to the garrison, because we can do that. And I'm not entirely sure who to donate. I guess looters. We'll keep the Vlandians. The Azarai can go. Azarai can go. There we go. I'm going to be keeping Vlandians most of the time. And if I can, let's actually just have a look here. Yeah, these militia can go. There's a huge amount of them, but they don't level up. And these guys also do not level up. So it is basically pointless to keep them, in my opinion. We're going to keep the recruits because they do level up, of course. And the Imperial trained infantrymen, I think any Imperials I just really like to keep just because they are so incredibly good. And otherwise, the Hardened Brigand can go. Horse Raider can go. And we need to make a whole bunch more space. Oh my. Imperial Caravan Guard, I guess. Okay, Vlandian. Okay, I guess the recruits are going to have to go, aren't they? Khuzate Archer. Yeah, we can get these guys to go. The Batanian Hero sounds fun. Let's just keep that. Militia Veteran Archer can let that go, I think. There's a Palatine Guard. How good are the Palatine Guards, really? They don't actually seem that good, as you can see, due to their stats, but I personally feel like their armor is the main thing that makes them extremely effective. So that's probably something to bear in mind. Otherwise, what else do we have? That's it. Okay, so how much space do I actually require? Well, I only have 113, so I can literally only make space for 9, and I have 21 wounded. Ugh, how annoying. Okay, I guess the recruits will have to go. And any rank 3s, I guess, will have to go as well, but I don't really want to let them go. Okay, what about rank 2s? Yeah, these guys can go, I guess. Do I have enough now? Yeah, okay. So that's absolutely fine. So we donated that, and we're going to go in to donate prisoners now, and obviously this is just going to be absolutely crazy. The amount of influence that we'll get from this is going to be amazing, no doubt. Okay, so let's have a look. This is 677. We have 677 at the moment, and we are giving 178 prisoners. Let's see how much we get. Whoa, almost 1,000. Almost 1,000. Not bad, not bad. I would have appreciated more than that, but of course you want more. Every single time we want more about that. Anyway, there you go. I was able to take a whole bunch of them prisoner, and it looks as though they might actually be heading into this town to besiege it again. If they decide to do that, we will be here to stop them. And I personally feel like this is a bad idea for them to do so. No, never mind. They apparently also... Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if they're going to make up their minds anytime soon, but... yeah, they're actually running away. Alright, they're actually running away. Oros' army has 124. I think I might actually be able to... Oh, no. See, this is what I mean. Look at this. It just teleported me over here. I haven't done anything to the game files either, by the way. So I'm not entirely sure why that happens, but I guess... all the various updates and things might have made a bit of a difference to my stability. These guys want to attack me, don't they? Yes, they certainly do. Okay, so can I... Yeah, I can run away this way. Bannerlord is there. Are you helping Talion? You should go and help Talion, Bannerlord. He needs your assistance. If you get that reference, then thumbs up. Oh, yes. Very good. Props to you. And... I think we'll probably attack this guy. I mean, why not? He's got how many... Wow, yeah, he's got 11 peasants, 10 recruits. This actually is a Vlandian defector, as far as... Is it not? No, it doesn't seem to be. Oh, well, never mind. We're going to be attacking him. I don't really want to attack him at nighttime, though, because a couple of people have said that it is a bit dark in the nighttime, and I don't really want to fight him right in the deadness of night. And that was a big lag spike right there. So I'm actually going to save because I am a bit worried about a crash happening. Because I really do not want to have to go through that entire battle again. Because you never know when it's going to, go badly. Anyway, let's attack him now. This seems... we might be able to turn this around. I might actually be able to turn this around literally just by myself. Literally just by... striking at the very heart of all of these vassals that have grown complacent. They're so incredibly complacent. Have you seen that? They're literally just overconfident with the amount of numbers, with the amount of power that they have, that they're running in no matter what, and it is an extremely fatal mistake to make, especially against Barney, the beheader Bertild. Oh yes, especially against him. And maybe, just maybe, I might be able to get some kills. No, never mind. I won't be able to kill anyone here because I am just so incredibly good at my job, aren't I? Barney, what are you doing? He's killing something. He's killing something. Yep, there we go. Mercenary Scout. Take that. Alright, so I'm thinking that if they recharge back into me right here... it seems like they are actually wanting to do that. So I guess I will charge my cavalry and just try and take out the various cavalry that is around here. And then if we can do that, then they will be significantly weakened. I don't want them to run over there, though. That's the thing. I don't want them to run and overextend. I would like them to just eliminate the units in the area and then just carry on there. Alright, well, whatever the case, let's put my infantry up there. Let's get our archers, put them up there as well. We have not lost anyone yet. So that's really good. Let's get my... Oh, there we go. There's our enemy as well, which is really, really nice to see. It's good to see them right there. Let's put these guys into a nice shield wall as well. My horse is taking a bit of damage. Ah, look at that. They're in a lovely circle formation. AI, you are very fun. I absolutely love the fact that they are going into a circle formation. I think it's fantastic. Really do. However, because we have so many crossbowmen, well, I think we have quite a few. We've got 30. We've got 30 archers. So, in general, I think that they are probably going to have a pretty hard time here if they actually stay in that circle formation for any bit longer. But we're going to just strike a little bit at their cavalry. Just try and weaken them up a little bit more here. And now, as you can see, Vlandian crossbowmen, everyone. Oh yes. They really will just tear them apart because there's nothing they can do. There really is nothing they can do at that point because they're facing their backs to the archers in that circle, and it's making a huge difference in the amount of damage that we're able to deal. But yeah, anyway, we're just going to charge everyone in here. We're going to lose a couple of people, but that is to be expected. Can't really do much about that. Bannerlord, we slew him. We absolutely slew him in that. Okay, now let's not die now. Come on, Barney. You must survive this particular round of fighting. I would appreciate it. He's like, I can't promise anything. And I'm like, but you must. You must strive for 1% perfection. Yeah, because I was going to say, oh, you can strive for perfection. And then I was like, well, no, he's never going to do that. He's always going to be like, ah, let me charge in against 10 berserkers. I can do it with my fists, you know. He's going to be that kind of... that kind of thing is going to happen. It has happened. Don't worry about that. It has happened. Barney is a crazy individual most of the time. But sometimes he just likes to chill a little bit and play a little bit of board games in the tavern and end up losing those dramatically. Anyway, there's another 10 renown for us, and I'm hopeful that we're actually getting pretty close to the next clan tier, because if that is indeed the case, then we might very well be able to have even more troops. Even more troops in our army means even more power when eliminating and hunting down all of these vassals. And it seems to be working quite well so far. Alright, I will be executing him. And boom. Okay, so yeah, we'll also be taking these prisoners in here as well. And we'll just take the war horses. And we do have some food. Oh yeah, it's actually really nice. It actually makes a lot of sense that they have food as well, by the way, because of course they are an army and they do need to feed their army as well. So it does make sense that they have food with them. So yeah. Anyway, what's going on here? Look at this guy. He's in a minor faction. That minor faction has literally just been running around randomly for the past I don't even know how many years, and they're absolutely fine still, which is actually very nice to see. It's nice to see that they're actually still alive. And let's see what's going on here. Okay, so basically all of these can just go. All right. Can I pull these guys out? No, doesn't seem like it. I was thinking to myself, ooh, I want to execute them. You know, I want to execute them super badly. Ah, there's Panalea. Now, Panalea was actually someone that wanted to attack us earlier in the series, and I kind of want to eliminate her if at all possible. So let's actually see what's happening here. So yeah, as you can see, the Southern Empire has actually taken Oxhall here, which I assume is, someone actually mentioned that this might very well be Uxkhal, which does make sense. Very much makes sense about that. Anyway, let's have a look here. They've got, oh yeah, 22 recruits. Let's fight. Let us fight. Wait a minute, there's actually something going on. Oh, Regea is actually very close by. Did you see that before we went into this menu? She's actually extremely close by, so we should be very careful. Okay, so... riding skill. My riding skill has increased. Aha, so now we can actually choose to do something here. I will be getting a spare throwing weapon, because that is basically what I am going to use on horseback. I'm not going to use a bow, because at this point, it's pointless. If I do create a new character, then who knows? We might very well be able to be a horse archer or something along those lines. We'll see how it goes. At this point, I'm not entirely sure whether going for horse archery is going to be something that I will do too well with. But otherwise, Liena has also advanced with something. Doesn't she have another... Doesn't she have something? She doesn't have a trait? Because look, I can see there's a 1 here. Am I completely blind and I'm missing it completely? I'm not seeing that. I think there must be someone else, or maybe that's just the icon for me that is still there because I haven't clicked done yet. That might very well be the case. Ah, no, medicine. Oh yeah, this is great. All right, so medicine recovery chance applies to enemies too. Why? Why? Why do we want that? Why do we want to give the enemy anything? I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, wounded party members' speed penalty is decreased by 50%. That seems fantastic. I will be taking that. And I believe that is it. Yes, that is actually it. Okay, so Regea is actually really, really close by. Unfortunately, I would have loved to have been able to take out Panalea, but it seems like we do have Regea to deal with. She has a pretty good army. You can quite clearly see that. She obviously has the numbers advantage as well. I mean, literally 180 units. That's just kind of crazy good. So I guess the best thing that I can do right now is literally just wait in here a little bit, and then we will go back out and see if we can do something. I'm going to take a look at my clan here real quick. Okay, so we are only 50 renown away. 50 renown. And I'm hopeful that... Wait a minute, what's actually going on here? Byron has no traits whatsoever, but Iceni actually has a lot of the traits from Liena. She has exactly the same traits as Liena, so it seems like Byron takes after Barney, which is to be expected, and Iceni takes after Liena, which is actually fantastic. Unfortunately, Iceni doesn't have any skills at the moment, whereas Byron does have skills. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take for them to actually level up, but we have been doing quite a few fights, so maybe that will, in turn, make a bit of a difference. Okay. Right. So, where do we want to go next? That's the thing. Hunting down vassals. That's a bit of an art to it, because it's completely random, and I have no idea how to do it. So we're going to try and see if we can just run into a couple. And, well, I guess the best thing that we can do is literally just look out. Aha, hello. Bellathor. He is one of the more prominent vassals in the Southern Empire. Oh, you're looking very weak, sir. You have a massive amount of volunteers and recruits and all kinds of things, and I'm going to help Ekarand to defeat you. Oh, yes. That is what we will do. Unfortunately, I don't really want to head in just yet, and if Ekarand goes in, I will have to actually go in. Ah, that is kind of unfortunate. I did not want to do this right now because it is nighttime, so you might not be able to see as much as... Wow, yeah, it is actually quite dark. I can barely see, but hopefully you'll be able to see the banners that you can see on the units' heads. And that might make a bit of a difference. But yeah, don't worry. This is going to be a... I feel like this might be a pretty easy victory for us. Or at least I hope it is. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, let's get these cavalry to follow me. The archers can go onto the top of this hill, which is just going to be an absolutely insane bloodbath for our opponent. And I will try to deal some damage. Ah, my turning circle on my horse is not exactly great. Yes. Alright, so it seems like this guy literally just wants to charge in. I think that is a huge mistake on his part. But maybe the enemy will not move forward that much. And as a result, we might very well have an opportunity, a bit of an opening for our maneuver to work. Ah, my polearm is extremely slow to swing, so if I'm not prepared, it is going to be a miss. Nice. Oh yeah, that was a nice hit right there. Okay, so I'm going to have to tell these guys to charge in right now. I'm going to have to tell my other guys to charge in, tell everyone to charge in, and we're going to have to come in from the side. Because we are ending up losing quite a few units, but I'm not entirely sure if they're my units or if they are the Allies' units. That might very well be it. Okay, I can barely see any of the opponents right now. Aha, here we go, here they are. Not going to be able to do that much. Oh yes, let me just kill a looter. That sounds like the best possible target to take out, but I can barely see. Yeah, I might need to raise my brightness a little bit considering everything. So I will do that before the next episode. And yeah, we are absolutely smashing this guy into the ground, which is exactly what we want. And maybe I can get a couple of kills here and there. Kind of difficult to know exactly who you're attacking at this point. Just be thankful, I suppose, that we don't have friendly fire from melee attacks. Because if we had friendly fire from melee attacks, we would be in huge amounts of trouble. Everyone would be like, no, don't go close to that guy. You know, Barney, he'll just hit anyone. He'll just hit absolutely anyone. And I'll just be like, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean for Barney to hit you in the face and kill you. And then they're just going to be like, well, they can't answer because they're kind of dead. But, you know. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Anyway, there you go. Nice victory for us. Barney did lose 10 from his army, which is actually kind of sad. I was actually hoping that the other guy would lose more units, but he was a bit silly by charging in there. Anyway, there you go. I turned up just in time, and hopefully I gained a huge amount of relation with that fellow, but doesn't seem like that will be the case. Anyway, Bellathor is now our prisoner, and I will be able to take a whole bunch of them prisoner too. Take these, there we go, and another execution, there we go, nice. And we'll take these prisoners. I think we're relatively close by to a town, so I should be able to go over there and place the units in there. Ooh, this is a nice helm. Lise could probably use a new helm, right? Yep. She's wearing absolute trash. She really is. I haven't upgraded her since I was like level 3 or something like that. So I I feel very guilty about that actually. Okay, so is there anything else that we can give her? There we go. All right, that's better. And we can give her an Imperial Charger horse as well. I think I actually already had one for her, but there you go. So she's going to use that. That's better. And she has a decent sword, but I think I'm going to give her this one. And that seems pretty good to me. She's using harpoons and simple javelins. I think that's absolutely fine for her to use. At the moment, she seems to do quite well with them anyway, so why not? All right. Okay, so where am I? Okay, so I'm pretty close by to Jaculan. And what is that? That is a minor faction, I believe. We might want to do damage to them. I'm not entirely sure, but most of our forces are running around with extremely small forces now because literally they're unable to go to any of these places and recruit units. That's the main problem. So what I'm going to do here this time around is I'm actually going to keep all the Imperial units. We're going to place the Battanians, the Sturgians, the Battanians in there. And we're going to be keeping most of these because I would like to be able to restore my army a little bit because I only have 92 in my army at the moment. And there's really only a very few amounts of different ways that I can even get units now. So that is basically all I am going to have to do. And I guess that will be it for this episode. We are fighting back. Bear that in mind. We are certainly fighting back. We have a field battle going on here between this guy oh, it's just a caravan. Okay, I'm probably not going to help with the caravan, to be fair. And otherwise, we're going to have a look at the strength of our opponent. How are they getting even stronger? I guess it's because we just are unable to get any kind of dent in them, right? I guess that's probably the main issue. I guess we could get these guys. We could just recruit those guys. That seems pretty good. Oh, I actually just discarded one by mistake. Okay, well, never mind. But what I would like to do is go to the encyclopedia, because if I go to the kingdom here, and you can see the Southern Empire, you can see these are all the clans that are currently serving, and you can see that some of them have lost members. Like, for example, look at this. I have executed every single one of these members with the exception of the leader, and he owns a whole bunch of castles. So if I can find him and execute him, this clan will be done. And the same thing with this one. Unfortunately, Mantios is the leader of this, and he's usually very, very large in terms of his army size. So we might have some problems with him. But otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.